Next up, we have Alter from the OMORI OST, OMORI 168 and 69, so it's like two versions of the same track. Once again, everybody, this is Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, what happens if we reach 10,000 on YouTube before Christmas 2025? The gaming channel. How to request songs if you're not on the live stream. I have a spiel for this and a bunch of other things at the end of this video, so stick around for that. Disclaimers showing on your screen right now, so go ahead and pause the video if you want to read them in full. Otherwise, please be patient with me. I am acoustic and guitared, so please keep that in mind. With that, let's do this. Alter. OMORI, let's go. Okay, so we start with what sounds to be a string quartet, giving us some initial chords. This is a very nice, slow melody. I think the highest violin is giving us our initial motif with this. Motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, the seed, the essence from which everything else comes from. Of course, we're talking about a string quartet over here. I think it's a string quartet. A string quartet is going to be made out of two violins, a viola, and a cello. This is the standard one. Of course, you can always make variations of that, but there you go. Hey, James, do you like music? Do you know? Yes, a little bit, just a tiny bit. So yeah, we're having this very nice and slow. Something cool about slow music is, number one, it's fairly easy. It's fairly good to just pass time with your material. And you can do so much with it. It's difficult to play. Like, I play, I play the guitar. I like to do shredding, right? Like I said, just play really, really, really fast. Playing slow is one of the more difficult things to do. Because being able to hit the metronome right while waiting, pretty difficult. Let's see where this goes. So yeah, we're having some very dissonant chords over here. Okay, let's explore this term, right? So I just said dissonant. So in music, whenever you have more than one note, the distance between the notes is known as an interval. Now, there are three main kinds of intervals. You have dissonance, intervals with dissonance, intervals with consonance, and then you have instability. I can't type. So, instability is the tritone. Other ones as a TT. Dissonance is going to be your seconds, your seconds and your sevenths. So it's gonna sound, your dissonance is gonna sound like, dissonant. Like very, very rough, very rough. Then you have your consonants, which is gonna be your thirds, your perfect fourths, perfect fifths, and sixths. Like, they sound like they fit a lot better. And then we have the tritone. Tritone is the halfway point between an octave. It's the only interval that is perfectly symmetrical. And it always sounds unstable. So when it comes to dissonance, if you add dissonance on top of dissonance, you are gonna end up with a lot more dissonance, right? Like, you're gonna end up with dissonance. If you add consonants on top of consonants, you're gonna end up with more consonants. If you add consonants and dissonance, you end up with consonants. But no matter what you add to the tritone, it always sounds unstable. Consonance and dissonance can cancel out the dissonance. Nothing can cancel out the tritone, because the tritone is always asking to be resolved. Always. And it always has that instability, begging to make it back. Which, it's very interesting that the only unstable interval in music is the exact point halfway, the only perfectly symmetrical degree or interval in music. So, consonant is a dominant trait? Yes, it's a dominant trait, yeah. Anyway, let's see where it goes. So we have that melody developing, very lovely, with those chords. Yeah, I think this is a string quartet. Just holding out these melodies, developing that motif. And the cello is doing something a little bit different, it's a little bit faster than the rest. But yeah, let's see. GDI, welcome today, how you doing? We might have more than a string quartet here. So yeah, while this is all happening, this is very nice and slow. We're repeating the same material, but while we're repeating the top, the bottom is getting a little bit more, there's a bit more of a rumble building up with the cello over here. Very interesting, very, very fascinating thing happening over here, because it's giving us quite a bit of contrast between what is happening high above and what is happening down below. Very cool. Let's see where it goes. And we're adding more and more, because I think we also have a bass. So this might not be a string quartet. This might be a sextet, by the way. Or even more. Because I can hear a double bass as well. I can hear several violins. So it could be that we're just adding more instruments. We're just layering with more instruments, because when you have digital music, it doesn't matter how many you have, you just put as many as the music demands, right? So we're having all of these chords, and I think we have a double bass over here, so it might be more than a quartet, could be a quintet, could be a sextet, not entirely sure, but point being, it's beautiful. Let's see where it goes. We're repeating the same material we did before. Not much else to be said over here. We're having the, So yeah, we're basically just going from that dissonance to consonance between the chords. The violin, of course, is swapping between the octaves over here. So sometimes it's playing a little bit lower, along with the rest of the ensemble, playing some more closed chords, and then we're opening the chords when we bring the violin higher up. So there, I just brought the term, right? So closed versus open chords. A chord is just a vertical collection of notes, right? Usually your chords are going to be built using what are called thirds. Thirds are going to be based on your scale, right? So a scale is going to usually be 7 notes, and then your octave, right? So, and Banana, thank you for the follow on Kick. So yeah, a scale usually is going to be 7 notes. So let's say take C major, right? So C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. That's 7 notes, with your octave then being C again. So a closed chord is going to be when your chord is done within an octave. As I said, thirds, right? So a third is just one C, skip the second note to the third, and that's a third. So C and E. E to G, you skip the second note, you go to the third. You stack thirds. That's usually how this works. Now, when you have a closed chord, the concept of the octave, of course, being that is the same note, just in more octaves, right? When you have a closed chord, all of your notes are within 1 octave. So, for example, this octave, if all the notes of the chord are within this octave, then it's a closed chord. But if we expand it beyond that, it becomes an open chord. Then it becomes an open chord. So what we're doing right now is, when you're making music, of course, as I've said many times before, you're doing one of two things. You're building tension, or you're resolving that tension. Point in between, we usually call the cadence. And what we're doing right now is that we're making this dynamic a little bit of a waveform, and it's allowing the music to breathe. And what are we doing? We're breathing in, we're inhaling when we are having the closed chords, we are exhaling when we open the chords over, which gives this very cool sense of duality that even though the music is very slow, it's still giving it a sense of pace, it's giving it a sense of the music is alive, and it's beautiful. Let's see where it goes. And yeah, every time, every repetition, the double bass and the cello seem to be getting a bit more active. Classically VIP, welcome to today. How you doing? Let's see. Very, very beautiful. Hide and slide, welcome back, by the way. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting more and more sounds in the lower end. Could be more than just the... It sounds a bit more percussive, so it could be more than just the cello going on over here. So yeah, we are having the rest of the ensemble, so the violins, the violas, and everything are doing an ostinato. The ostinato is just when you repeat something over and over and over and over and over and over again in a row in quick succession. In this case, of course, this being such a slow measure, a slow melody is quite the thing. While each repetition we are getting more and more intensity building, like something is boiling, something is slowly boiling from beneath, which I guess fits the theme. Let's see where it goes. We bring in some static in the back as well. Some distortion in the sound. Let me refill my water bottle. Oh, there we go. We have added now a single note from a synth distorted that completely does not belong. It breaks the pattern after this long to the point that it feels fresh. It's very subtle. And it's just really cool. Let me just refill the water bottle 1 second, everybody. Because the way I drink water over here is instead of having to go to the kitchen every single time my bottle runs out, I just have a bigger bottle where I just take I refill this bottle every stream. Then I take the water from the big bottle to the small bottle, and then I just drink from the small bottle. And there you go. So yeah. Let's see. And yeah, you know, this is here to indicate that something wrong has happened. Like, the music is already very dramatic, very sad. Like, it's very, very sad. The music is very, very nostalgic, melancholic. And now we just got some distortion into this. Something disturbing has happened on top of that. Let's see where this goes. Okay, we're getting a synth now, playing some chords as well, and nail on the head, there you go. So we are getting now another synth, repeating some notes, playing a second melody, bouncing back and forth, very subtle, but getting slightly louder every time. So yeah, the rumbling that has been happening so far keeps getting louder and louder, and it's slowly taking over. This is a risky piece, by the way. This is a very risky move to have your piece develop over such a long period of time. But it's working for me. It's working because every time I'm now paying attention, like, the melodies are beautiful, the chords are beautiful, the way that these are breathing in and out so slowly while everything else is changing around it is very beautiful, very well thought out. Very much on the edge, because as I also say, right, when you're making music, you want to keep a careful balance between what is familiar and what is new. Too much familiarity, too much of the same thing, too much repetition, you risk boring the listener, they tune out. Too much new material too quickly, you risk overwhelming the listener, they tune out. Right now, we're not leaning on the familiarity side. We are full on. We like what's it called? We like completely swanton bombed this thing, right? Like, we completely dived in, and we are here, right? Amaya, welcome today. How you doing? So yeah, let's see where it goes. Oh, beautiful. So yeah, we're getting a bit more beat from the thing, and yeah, it's from the Bright Cue. So here's the link, by the way, Magnus. There you go. All right, so we are now repeating the same thing in the distorted thing, but it's getting louder and louder every repetition. So this whole thing is a massive crossfade. So, crossfade, a crossfade, this is something that happens in radio a lot, is when you have two tracks and you lower the volume. One track is at 0% volume, the other track is at 100%, and a crossfade is when you interchange them gradually. This is a crossfade happening right now. The violins are slowly starting to get quiet now. This is ballsy. I love it because if you put this during the game, this is going to lock you in. Like, yes, listening to this as a piece by itself, yeah, I get the point. Like 3 minutes ago, we understood the melodies, everything. We're repeating, we're leaning very close to this. But this in the game, as something is happening, that's going to hit hard. Let's see where this goes. Battle of Steel that evolves with the fight progressing. Okay, that makes sense. There you go. The crossfade is almost complete. And now we can slowly hear the other side with that repeated note. This song with the gameplay matches even more. There you go. There we go. We bring now full distortion. The crossfade is completing. Very, very percussive. Where you can hear the easy loops in the song, yeah. And it's very fascinating how every single layer has been very audible every time. It's very fascinating. And this is the alter version. Okay, let's hear it. So now we're moving on to the next track. Now that the crossfade, because now we can hear the violins slowly phasing out. And yes, this is a good use of atonal music. Because now we have the tonal violin, the string quartet giving us this super dramatic melody. Welcome back, Cairo. Very, very dramatic, grandiose, super melancholic music. And now we are adding these very off-putting, distorted sounds. They don't have much in terms of melody. It's purely texture. It does have a melody in the back, but that is more being replaced right now. This is how you do atonal music, right? Let's see where it goes. Excuse me. Yeah, this is the song of a good atonalist, yeah. We removed the other melody that was here. This is entirely atonal. This part. Yep, like you can hear the sounds are doing this, and while it's still playing with the violins, these feel like two conflicting pieces competing for the spotlight. With the atonal one is taking over. Very, very interesting. As I say, this plays a very emotional moment near the end, and two opposing forces try to overcome one another, and I think it's being captured very well over here. Let's see how this ends. Because now the crossfade is complete. No. And we just faded out. No. I mean, how the hell do you even end it, right? How the hell do you even end? I mean, you could loop. Oh, why didn't... I mean, I guess in the game, this just loops infinitely. until it's done, because this is not the original upload. Oh my god. Okay, so makes sense here since it's looping battle theme. So yeah, the loop over here would be that because it loops in the game, we have to phase it out over here, and that's it, right? But there you go. That was Alter from the OMORI OST number 168 and 169. Nice. Really good. That was really, really cool. That's storytelling in a piece right there. Really cool. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here, musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, if we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas 2025, which not very likely, still possible, just not very likely, if it somehow happens, on top of doing the fanfiction audiobook thing, I will also be playing a single video game of the choice of the community, whatever y'all want, toppling whatever other games we're playing. Give it top priority. Live on stream, probably dedicate some after shows, probably a full stream or two for that. This has to be achieved through legitimate and honest means only. No account duping, no botting, no buying followers, no alt accounting, no rat behaviors like that. Go share the videos, the streams with your friends, with your families friends. Excuse me, with your friends' families. Those are two very distinct concepts, by the way. With your online and offline communities, go share these videos with everybody that you know. Also, use the hype function on YouTube. We have a group on the Discord that coordinates for that. Link down below. Go join the Discord or coordinate with the people, right? Yes, artists on YouTube or otherwise musicians. This is an open invitation. Let's work together. Let's make music. No, I was about to burp. This is an open invitation. If you want any of my musical skills for any of your projects, whether it is guitars, Mongolian throat singing, you know, the good old kind of thing, regular singing, voice acting, whatever it is, reach out, let me know, let's work together, let's make stuff. And if you're in the audience and you know somebody that could benefit from any of my musical skills, reach out, let them know. Please do not harass anyone, please do not spam anyone. Be cool about things, don't be a rat. Members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of your tier, you get access to the videos when I schedule them, at least for the LFAs. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3.5 seconds, I'll be linking it in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, check the pinned comment on this video. It has the instructions on what to do. For those on the live stream, we have the giveaway first, so please do not request just yet. And if you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time, at this time at least. We stream live on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick so that you can tune in from whichever platform you prefer. Again, 6 p.m. Central Europe. If you do not live in Europe, do not worry. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in both Discord and Twitch, both linked down below. So if you live in Maple Creek and you're like, yeah, but I don't live in Hungary. What time is 6 p.m. there? I don't live there. Do not worry. Just go to the Discord or Twitch, both linked down below. That's going to show in your local time zone. And follow the gaming channel. I have a gaming channel because, of course, I have a gaming channel. I'm on YouTube. What else could I possibly have? Games are Basterd. That's where I put the gaming after show recordings when they happen. We record them in the main channel during the after shows. Then the recordings go here. Link down below in the description, or just search on YouTube, same username as James R. Basterd. Just up the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah, there you go. Alter from the OMORI. I'm gonna have to check this game. I say this about so many games, right? Gonna have to check this out one day. Really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. But yeah, let's move on.